guess that's all right. I think that's 5 seconds in. Probably good enough time to say hello to everybody. Welcome to the show, boys and girls. It's another episode of the Old Man Gaming Hour. Yeah, it's been God, it's going on what, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that since we did a show. Yeah, it seems probably been about since we did the Michigan GT, I think.
Motion detected at the front door.
Yep. Also, not on a Sunday, midweek show, I guess, something like that, just so we could get it in. Yep. We don't hate you for it. Oh boy, here we go. Well, anyway, we wanted to get back into the swing of things here and kind of get you guys caught up. It'll be a brief intro type of stuff, and then we'll get into doing a little bit of recap of our RTT we just ran this past Saturday. So, well, we start off with outside of Warhammer. What you been up to? There we go. Hey, I mean, I'll take it. So, we didn't. I guess outside of Warhammer, we really didn't do a whole lot either. I mean, most of our stuff was kind of Warhammer centric, outside of the normal just working stuff. Yeah, because we like softball season had ended since I think we last talked. So I'm not doing that anymore. Really just doing stuff around the house and the normal things. Trying to think of anything else, but I'm drawing a blank too. So guess outside of Warhammer is full of nothing. There you go. Oh, work desk. Actually, yes. I just decided to build up the rest of the Scaventide box. So now I have a Spearhead Plus of Skaven. I also got the rest of those Stormcast dudes built that I didn't have before also. So I get a little bit of a surplus of Stormcast at the moment. But really what we did also was add to my Ironjaw's army these last couple of weeks. So we got those on the table. We'll talk about that at the when we get to talking about the RTT, because I did play them there. But also on the work desk is some of the trophies we have for the GT coming up. Yeah, I think that'll be the next hobby ticket item for me. One of these weekends when I roll around, don't have something else to do, I'll bust out some of those things and get them started at least, so we can have them ready for February. What you get? I know you're working on something right now, aren't you? Indrasta. Yep, that'll be a fun project. Cool. Very good. Just looking at recent events. We're just gonna skip that one because the recent events is our main topic. Actually, I mean, other than oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yep. Yeah. Slow clap for Mike winning another fucking event with Gits. Speak. Yeah, he's gonna take your shit and go 5-0 a bunch of tournaments with it, and that's what he does. Side note, Mike had to take off right after the RTT on Saturday because he had to get prepared uh, because he had an interview with AoS Coach about Gits. Yeah, so Hopefully that video will come out soon, and then we can all watch that and check our buddy out on a big scale YouTube show. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's pretty cool for him. Like that a lot. It's always cool when some of the buddies and stuff get recognized for their good play or whatnot. So, upcoming events. We have one little thing to talk about, I suppose. So we're going to run our first ever GT, and we're calling it the Old Man Gaming Open 2025. So that'll be February 22nd and 23rd. We're going to hold that in Carlton, Michigan, if anybody's interested. The information and links to all that stuff is in the Discord. You can search it up on BCP if you'd like. Yeah, so that one will be pretty cool. We've actually got a pretty good kind of like, I don't know if you call it a head start, but a start on getting everything together for it. Like we mentioned earlier, we got the trophies kind of in the works. We have to do a few other things ordering wise to get some things in for it. But all in all, I think from what we gather from the players that attend our RTTs, that we're doing a fine job. So hopefully this GT will go off without a hitch and be a banger for you guys too. So if you want to get your tickets, they're available. BCP. So I think you check it out. Almost 16 out of the 40 is where we're sitting at right now. But again, that's I know I've talked to a few people and they say they're going to get their tickets soon, but they haven't yet. So it's realistically probably already over half, I would say, accounted for. That from people that I've talked to or whatever. So we'll see. Like, as it gets closer, I'm sure we'll get it filled up. But that's true. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was super easy to set up. For whatever reason, like some hotels are hard to do, and this one was super easy. So props out to that hotel. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's Town Place Suites. I couldn't get it off my tongue. But yeah. So, anyways, if you guys are coming in from out of town, I think the rate is right around $100 a night. I think super cheap. There's king rooms available and also double queens. I think is what I did. So that should fit your guys' needs. And if not, get a hold of me somehow. We'll see what we can do. One more thing before we get to the main topic. We do want to, if anybody has been watching the show recently, notice a different graphic on the screen now. We have now officially got a discount code through Gray Matter Gaming. Oof. English is fucking hard, bro. So if you use code OMG, you're gonna get 5% off all your orders. Yeah. So like I said, Andy's been a long time sponsor of the show and of our events. Yep. So he's gave us a discount code. We can give it all to you guys. 5%'s 5%. I mean, it's better than full price. So if you're ordering anything through Gray Matter, use our code, man. That'd be awesome. Yep. Sure. helping you guys out with the 5% helps us out with longer partnership with Andy. So order the shits, order all the shits. Yes, sir. Yeah, English is tough, isn't it? English ain't tough for just me, bitch. Nope, this time it was just the measuring sticks, the measuring stick sets or whatever she had with those. I think she had anywhere, from 3 inches all the way up to 9-inch sticks. So we got a couple of those sets out to people this time, so very cool. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate you. All right, this might be record time, but we're going to get into the main topic, I think. Well, I see your volume on the Streamlabs. I don't know if that's true. I have a hard time believing that if I'm picking you up on Streamlabs. Guess we'll find out. Let's see. I will pull up Best Coast pairings here because I want to go through that. Should have been prepared, but I was not. You can't display it on the screen. All right, I think I can do it from here. Yay. All right. So, well, don't know. I'm reading you through here, and we'll see what it. I don't know. I just will have to see what it does when we get the video done. Well, it might. We'll see. I don't know. Audio's a fickle one. But I'm not sure why it would not be picking you up since it's coming through on the Streamlabs. Oh well. All right. Well, if you cannot hear Josh, then I guess it's going to be a little bit weird for you. But I guess we'll run through the tournament. Hopefully this goes all right. First time back in 5 weeks. Yay. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting audio from you. I don't know why people wouldn't be getting it. But anyways, it's a good thing this will be a quick show anyway. It's working. I can hear you. It's not on your end. Don't touch nothing. All right. 2,000 point tournament that we ran on Saturday. It was our November RTT held at our house games here in Monroe. And lo and behold, oh, this is not even the right tournament. Hold on. My bad. I was like, Mike didn't win. Hold, please. Let me look up. I'm gonna have to. Jeez. Look it up. We'll get there. I mean, we're semi-professional. Maybe we can do it this way. Do do do. I am going to pull up the event. Give me 1 second, guys. Not giving me the option to pull this one up for some reason. Fun. Let me try to log in. Yeah. It ain't gonna matter since you can't display it on the screen. I got it. Yeah, I wasn't logged in. There we go. All right. Got it. Woo! Thanks for bearing with us. Holy crap, we lost all 3 of our viewers. Just kidding. They're still here. All right. So the OMG November RTT held at Our House Games in Monroe, Michigan. Recaps as follows. So, we had a total of 24 players. Record high. I think that's probably about the maximum we could fit in that room. Maybe 26 if we really had to push it, but yeah, I mean, it would be like, you'd be super cramped if we ever did try to do that. So, I mean, the only other thing we could probably do is utilize that smaller room that's off to the side of it, but I think that would be a mistake also. Then we'd be splitting up the people in different rooms and it'd be weird. So, we'll probably won't do that. However, if we keep getting 24 players for an RTT, I think that's fantastic. So, as you guys can see, the top 3 were the winner, Jeremiah Julian, playing Stormcast Eternals, followed by Gabe Coble in second, playing Sylvaneth, and surprise to everyone, Mr. Ray Atwood with Night Hunt. Pretty fantastic. I mean, like, the Stormcast list, I played against it round 2. I could have done better. Failed a charge with Kragnos, and then I died. So had that gone off, maybe something different, but we can recap that. Gabe playing Sylvaneth. I didn't get a chance to really. I know he brought Belthanos. Yeah, it was like a little bit different than normal, but we can go through the undefeateds list real quick. And then Ray was playing a bunch of Hex Race, which was probably a surprise to a lot of people, I'm guessing, because all the Night Haunt lists currently are a bunch of like reinforced MSU, or not MSU, some reinforced like Blade-Geist. So let's take a look at Jeremiah's list. Yeah. But he lost. So Jeremiah was playing a couple dragons. He was bringing Karazai as the general with some Praetors. He brought Celestant Prime, a unit of Prosecutors, a unit of unreinforced Long Strikes, a unit of Vigilors, a Knight Arcanum, and then Lord Celestant on Stardrake. Yeah, I mean, to look at it on the table, it wasn't much, and you're not really worried about all these like really small units. He's basically got 3 hammers, being the 2 big dragons and Celestant Prime, and yeah, evidently it was too much for people to deal with. I mean, there are some things that the dragons do that are pretty powerful. And it's very tough to kill Karazai with the Praetors next to him. So they were also in Bodyguard, so you're going to get -1 attacks against him. They also do the Bodyguard thing with him. And there was another thing that Karazai has. I don't know if it's from the Praetors or not, I can't remember, but he also by himself hands out -1 attacks, so he's giving out -2 attacks to stuff that fights him. So it's very hard to get any damage through to him. Which I'll kind of recap my game with him in a minute. But the Celestant Prime is huge hammer, like damage 4 or damage 5, I think, on his attacks. So it's pretty punchy. It's like Long Strikes and the Vigilors just there to pepper you with some shots. Vigilors given the +1 to hit buff. And the Knight Arcanum is basically there to get the Kronspine out that he brought. So, yeah, I mean, it evidently was tough for me. Like I said, he went undefeated and won the tournament, so it works. But, yeah, it's a pretty cool list. Something that I would run, I think. You know, big dragons is pretty cool for me. I like it. I know. Gabe's list real quick is, like I said, it was with Belfanos. He was running 3 Kurnoth Hunters with great swords in his General's Reg. He's running a Spirit of Durthu with 5 Tree Revenants, and then 3 Great Bows, and then a Warsong Revenant with 2 units of 10 Dryads, and a Tree Lord Ancient. Again, Gabe had a pretty unique paint job and scheme. A lot of his stuff was like Nurgle inspired, kind of. But yeah, it was really cool to look at. He did a conversion of Balthanos to where the beetle or the bug, whatever, had his wings spread open, which was pretty cool. I did enjoy that a lot. He had another model with the Tree Lord Ancient, like holding onto a bug and just stabbing him with his sword, which was pretty cool looking. But yeah, he's got a lot of unique ideas, and very much appreciated to see his armies on the table. But again, I think with the recent change to the Sylvaneth Woods, they're seeing a lot better performance lately. Yeah, yeah. Yep. And then in third place, our buddy Ray. And like we said, he had his MCR's Royal Wedding Party list, which general was Lady O with the Dreadblade Herald unit and a reinforced Hex Wraiths. And then Kurdos with some more reinforced Hex Wraiths. And then the Knight on Steed with another reinforced Hex Wraiths. So he's really got 3 heroes and 3 units of Hex Wraiths. And it goes real well for him, I suppose, because apparently the Hex Wraiths are impossible to kill. Yeah, I think it was just more or less like swarming, right? Like it's just swarming onto the points and standing there and doing his retreat and charge stuff and all that. Yeah.
Motion detected at the front door.
Yeah. So, yeah. Turns out when you roll your 4-up says ghost, you don't die. The other notable thing, and there was a lot of 4-1 or 3-1s or 2-1s, so we won't go through everything. But wanted to give a quick recap on my games here, just so you guys can see how I did with an Iron Jaws list that I cooked up the night before, in case anybody gives a crap about me. My list was Craigalicious. So I brought Kragnos with a unit of Gorgrunas, brought Zugrot, 2 reinforced units of Brutes, a War Chanter, and a Weird Knob Shaman. So the real thought of this list was, what can I get that has a lot of hitty power that I can send into people with 3d6 charges? And it turns out the Brutes hit like a freaking Mack truck. And if you're playing a monster, Kragnos is going to charge into you and blow the shit out of you. Now that was kind of a memey idea, a little bit, when I was thinking about just playing Iron Jaws instead of Flesh Eater Courts, just because it's something different. Really didn't plan on doing well with this list. Didn't get a lot of practice with it, and just kind of wanted to see how it would do. So the first game was with Craig Snow. He requested a grudge match because we had played in a store tournament a while back, and he made it down this time and wanted to have another go at me. It went completely my way the entire game, which lasted about 2 turns. He failed to kill Kragnos with 2 attacks with his Vanguard, left him alive with 1 wound, and then it was all over but the crying. The second game, lost to the eventual winner, Jeremiah. The reason why I did poorly in that game was because Kragnos tried to countercharge and blow up one of his dragons during his turn, and I failed to charge, which left me kind of out in the open. And that was after a whole round of shooting from him into Kragnos, which I think I had like 7 or 8 wounds taken at that point. So the idea was to run into one of the dragons, blow him up with the monster blow up thing that he's got on his war scroll. Then on my turn, rally some health back to him, then charge him into the other dragon that was standing right next to that one, and blow them all up. That would have been game changing, I think. And he agreed. You know, he was kind of worried about it. Then I failed the charge, and it didn't matter anymore. So he eventually outpointed me toward the end. I think probably tabled me close to the end, or he would have. Either way, he beat me pretty soundly because of my inability to make a charge. And then my last game was with my buddy Rick. He was playing Seraphon. Turns out Kragnos lived long enough in that game to blow up some monsters. And the brutes cleaned up the rest. And it was actually a pretty close game, I do believe. I think it was like 44-40. But toward the end, he couldn't score a tactic on his last turn, I think, because he didn't have enough bodies left. So that's basically how my tournament went. Unfortunately, Craig, my first opponent, had to dip out after the first game. He was not feeling well when it was lunchtime, so he had to take off, which meant that Josh and I made a decision. One of us had to drop just so we could keep even players. As you can see, I played all mine, so Josh took one for the team because he suffered he suffered a loss in his first game to Ray, and that was our decision. The winner moves on, as one does. So yeah, I mean, I think all in all, it was a pretty fun tournament. We had, like I said, we had 24 guys come out, and I don't think. Well, actually, let's do this. I think, where did we have our other teammates at? Let me just double check. We had Ethan. I think they're all right in a row, really. Basically, Ethan finished 1 and 2 with his Bone Reapers. We had Nick with his Magakin of Nurgle finish 1 and 2. And then, there's Tim. Tim 0 and 3. He was playing a new army that he wasn't super familiar with, I think. I remember him talking about it a little bit. I don't know exactly how his games went, per se. But yeah. Yeah, I guess that reminds me of how FEC is played right now too. You really have to be damn near perfect to eke out. I mean, I'm talking about just eking out wins. It's not like you play perfect and you table somebody. You know, it's you play perfect and you can just barely win games, which I was kind of it was getting stale for me. So switched to Iron Jaws. And I don't mind playing an Iron Jaws list where I can either win fast or lose fast. So maybe I'll try those out, in future events. And or try some Stormcast. I think will be the next adventure also. But what else did we have? I can't remember. We didn't have anything else special that happened during that tournament, right? Other than the surprise Ray 3-0. Well, let's see. I can't remember who Ray all played. I know he played you round 1, and then you couldn't kill his Hex Race. Oh, he played John round 2. Yeah, and that was the surprising one for me because John was 5-0 at Michigan GT with the same list, I think, or the same army anyway. And Ray took him down. I think it was a close match, but yeah. And then Ray going up against CK with his Lumineth in the third round, also a surprise. CK's been playing a long time. He's been playing the same army a long time. So, yeah, man, pretty impressed with Ray, which seems silly that we had to like convince him to come out and play. He was nervous about it and all of that. But yeah, hopefully he's having a good time and he'll play in more events because sure would love to have him out to all the stuff we run at least. Yeah. Oh, Jeff did want me to let you know something. Yeah. So he wanted to know how the scoring went because Jeff does his scoring by points first, then wins. We do ours by wins, then points. But he did want to note that he did score the most victory points of the tournament, even though he took that minor loss. So congratulations, Jeff, for scoring the most points. Sure. But again, we did have quite a bit of prizes to give out, and Jeff graciously gave, when his name was drawn, let Ethan go up there and pick something out. So, big ups to Jeff. Great dude. We've gotten to know him over the last couple years, and class act, that guy. Yep. I guess one other shout out while I have it on the screen. Brian Stone, hopefully you get a chance to check this video out. He was super excited about coming to the tournament. I talked to him a little bit beforehand. And then afterwards, he was so stoked because he said it was the best he'd ever finished in an event. So I think he was proud of himself. He was having fun, which is all great things to hear from players. You know, you come down and they liked coming to your event. And they had a lot of fun, and it's cool to hear stories like, "Oh man, that's the best thing. That's the best performance I've ever had," and that kind of thing. So, plus he had a fantastic painted army. The thing was, it was like that orange and yellow Sylvaneth with a bunch of conversions. Yeah, I mean, it was top tier. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool looking. So, shout out to Brian for coming and doing well and having fun, and hopefully you can make it out to more of our events later in the future. Yeah, that's something we kicked around. We got a couple ideas brewing. I don't know if we'll do a normal RTT and just get another one under the belt, or we did kick around the idea of having a Highlander event. I talked to the guys when I went out to dinner with a few of the guys afterwards, that they'd be interested in doing that. So it's fun. It's not a super meta or competitive type of a tournament, but it's just like who can make a cool list by not duplicating any units. That is the idea behind a Highlander. So no spam units. You can reinforce, but no spam. So every unit has to be unique and not duplicated. So kind of a cool idea. We might put something together like that. But we haven't finalized anything yet. But if we do one before our RT or before the OMG Open, then we're maybe looking at January for that, just to get another one in before we go ahead and run the GT. So. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that before. I know Clay down in Kentucky, they hold events every month, and I think they're getting about 14 to 16 players show up for those monthly. I think that's what ours might turn into if we were doing that. So, I mean, not everybody can make every month, you know, and I get that. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. At least for now, until I mean, if we're getting like 24 players sign up and you know we're getting a bunch of people request to be on a wait list or something like that, that would tell us that the popularity is enough to expand the amount of tournaments we do. So I guess it's up to you guys. If you want more tournaments, get on a wait list and, you know, shout us out in the Discord or something and just let us know if that's something that you want to do. Yeah, that's what I mean. Just somehow let us know and we'll see what we can do for you. Yep. Um, this time I did make some posts on I think TikTok and Instagram. If you guys were wanting to check out some pictures from the event, I think I made a video on a couple of videos maybe on TikTok. Not as much as I would have normally done, but I did want to play this time, so that's the trade-off. So I mean, it's all right, whatever. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, well, I appreciate anybody that did come out and play. Anybody that stopped in and checked it out. I know there were some guys that came into the store and was walked into the back and just perused the event, and that's always cool to see too. But I think, like I said, unless we do another RTT, the next event we're for sure holding is the GT in February. So I don't know how ticket sales are going to go once it gets closer. So if you want your seat guaranteed, you know, make sure you get your ticket purchased because you know how that kind of stuff goes. If all of a sudden there's a big push toward the tickets and they're all out, not really sure what we can do about that. We're not limited in space in the event that we're holding it at. We're limited in mats and the amount of terrain that we have. So, you know, if we sell out the 40 and we have people that want to help out and bring terrain and mats, maybe we could do it. But I can't guarantee you that. We are shooting as a group for 40-man tournament. I guess with the possibility of expansion, but that will all depend on the ticket sales and what the community is telling us to do as far as, you know, popularity or the want to come. So we will see how that goes. Like it's our first ever GT that we're going to run ourselves. So it's all a learning curve at the moment, but we'll make sure we host a very fun, cool event for you guys, and then we'll just continue to make it better every year. That's the goal. And I think that's about it for this first show back. We were going to talk about Christmas boxes, but I think we covered that the last time we actually talked. So it's not too much to go over there. I mean, there hasn't been any like really new news in the AoS world outside of when they announced that kind of stuff. The new Stormcast stuff is out, which anybody that's already watching this video has already seen that a bunch. So we will hopefully be able to push out some regular shows weekly. But until then, maybe we'll fix Josh's audio. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just hear me talk. I don't know. Maybe we'll test before we go live next time. Which I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I reset the program before we even started. You reset your computer and your internet. Should be working, but yeah. So unexplained. But I mean, oh, sweet. Well, if that's the case, that's on us. Whatever. I mean, we'll do better next time. You're not watching us. You're not watching us for the quality of this show. I'm telling you that. Yeah, you hold the record for the best performance ever. I mean, but you finished below him. I'm just clearly. Tim was 22nd. You were 23rd. But that's besides the point. Congratulations to all the players. Everyone scored victory points. All right, guys. We're getting out of here. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video next week.